Hey, Jack. Chris Vogt, Journal News here in town. What were you able to see out there with UC's defense, and what were they able to do to kind of keep you guys at bay?
Yeah, they run a weird defense. Not a lot of teams in college football run it. So that was a challenge throughout the week trying to get prepared for it. But, once we got out there, it was exactly what we expected to see. In terms of stopping us, I thought we threw the ball pretty efficiently, struggled to run the ball. But I'd say that was more on us, kind of shooting our own selves in the foot. So that's just something we got to clean up throughout next week. And, that's a staple of our game, and we'll get it figured out.
Jack, I know Brett's injury last year caught a lot of the spotlight, but you got hurt earlier than he did, and you spent even more time now off than he did. Could you just talk a little bit about the rehab process, deciding to even come back and play another season, and now getting back into game action through a few weeks?
Yeah, so I think I was about a month in to my rehab when Brett got hurt. And it was actually, I don't want to say a blessing because that's a bad word to use, but me and him, we kind of went through rehab together, and I drove him around for like the first month after he got hurt. So, I got to spend a lot of time with him, talking to him, and then kind of talking to him, hearing that he was going to decide to come back. That was just another thing for me, like, okay, my quarterback's coming back. And then Salopek said he was coming back, and I was like, okay, we can do something special. So that was kind of my deciding factor in deciding to come back.
Jack, from a player perspective, how was it to have that kind of a crowd up there for the game Saturday?
It was amazing. I've been here, this is my 6th season, so I haven't had a crowd like that ever. And, usually the only time we get crowds like that is Power 5 games on the road. So looking up at the student section and seeing the entire side being filled with students, it was very special. And it definitely helped us get excited for the game. It was awesome to look at.
Hi, Jack. When you look at the film for the past 2 weeks, what do you think is the most important thing for the offense to focus on before going to South Bend?
Yeah, I don't even think it's necessarily, what defenses are doing to us. I think it's us. I think we just need to execute better, focus on ourselves a little bit, some technique stuff, just cleaning up those little mistakes, because one little mistake on a drive can kill a drive, and you only get so many a game. So just cleaning up those little mistakes, I think we'll be fine.
How has the loss against Cincy this weekend affected the team's mindset going into this weekend's big game?
Nobody likes to lose. Everybody hates losing, especially to UC. But so everybody was pretty devastated, Saturday, yesterday. But we got an old core, so we're not going to harp on it. We're not going to focus on it. We're going to make sure everybody's upset, but we're going to move on, focus on next week, and that's just how you got to play football.
How important is the tight end role in this offense, and has it changed since you've been there?
Yeah, tight end's very important. They ask us to do a lot of jobs. I think I ran blocked, pass blocked, ran routes. We do a lot of stuff on special teams. So in this offense, it's pretty much you got to be able to do every kind of job. And it's pretty much been like that since I've been here. Coach Martin loves to use tight ends, expects them to do a lot, and it's a lot of fun to play as a tight end in this offense.
And it's only Monday, but if you guys had a chance to look at Notre Dame and just maybe talk a little bit about some of the challenges that they present.
Yeah, I haven't watched a ton. I watched a little bit yesterday, not a lot. We'll get a little bit more into it today, but super physical team, super talented. Just went into Purdue, put up 66 points, only gave up 7. So, it's going to be a challenge, but, we're ready for it. We like challenges, and so.
How does the team deal with nerves associated with this big of a game?
Yeah, I'm not as worried about, our older guys, our 5th and 6th year guys. We've played big teams, talented teams before. Some of our younger guys, this will be kind of their first experience with, sold out crowd in front of ranked teams. But you just got to kind of focus on football, not get caught up in the crowd and the noise. And, once the game starts, I think kind of settle in a little bit.
I guess ultimately, can you go back to this weekend, and what's the biggest takeaway that you guys are going to use from your game against UC?
I just think it's the compete level was there. You know, I thought we fought really hard. Just executing, taking away those little mistakes, because without those little mistakes, some of those drives might turn into points. You look at the first drive, the interception, but there was stuff on every drive that we can clean up, and you know, those drives might turn into touchdowns. So I think it's just focus on ourselves, cleaning up those mistakes, and we'll be fine.